All right, everyone, shut the fuck up. We're live.
Bumpkins.
Oh, Scott.
We got to see a little screen. No one can see us up there. It's fun.
What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode 148 of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey, guys, it's Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And we are the STS Guys, a weekly podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What is going on this week, guys?
It's been a week.
It's been a week. I've decided I'm just going to throw that whenever Nate says it. Nate is now my trigger for that. So we'll not go on until Nate says it.
That was great timing. It's kind of it has to be the first thing that we sort of say. You know, It's like our signature.
Well, it
Larry,
is.
I think Larry is frozen right now.
Yes. Oh, no, I played a video and we killed Larry. No.
Larry's frozen.
We got Manny and we got Ed in the chat. What's going on, guys?
What's going on,
Thanks for
Ed?
being here.
What's going on, Manny? What's going on, Ed?
Hey, guys. How's it going? Oh, no.
We lost Larry. So
no.
He's got the full boot going on.
Yeah. We just were talking about power outages. He just lost his. Womp womp.
Is there bad weather there now, guys, or no?
No, it's nice. No. It's very pleasant outside right now. Here he comes. Here comes Larry. He's coming back in.
No, literally, I said if we weren't having podcast night, like I said, I'd just be on the porch drinking beer.
Yeah, that's. I was telling you guys. Today was my daughter's birthday, and like what we did is, I live on the cul-de-sac, so me and all the parents, like, they brought all their kids down, and we just grabbed a bunch of beers and went outside on the cul-de-sac, and we were just drinking beers, King of the Hill style, while the kids were playing in the cul-de-sac, and then we made the plan. We're like, "What are you guys doing for Halloween?" And I was like, "Nothing." They're like, "Drinking beers in the cul-de-sac. We'll throw up, like, I'll wheel the grill out front. We'll just cook some hot dogs or something and just do a little block party." I was like, done. Makes it easy.
Well, happy birthday to your daughter, Scott.
Yes, thank you.
Happy birthday to Olivia.
And we're getting rated here, guys, by Geek Together. Shout out to Geek Together and all the people that just joined our stream.
Geek Together raid.
Here we go. I'm grabbing this one here. There you go. Geek Together raid. There you go.
Thank you, Geek Together. How about a shout out to the chat? So if you don't know,
missed it, motherfucker. Nate already did that.
Oh, I did a small one. Just do it again.
Shout out to the chat. You can never have too many shout outs to the chat. My chat's not even loaded good. Let's see. I see Manny. What's up, Manny? Funko over 30. Jorge. Ed. Let's see. More Ed. Gary. Kelly.
Yay!
Brass Octopus 04. And like I said, it didn't load good, so I probably missed somebody. Thank you guys for showing up. And thank you again to Geek Together. If you didn't know, Geek Together records their podcast on Twitch right before us at 7 o'clock Pacific. So come hang out.
And shout out to GL Faraday. Subscribe to Tier 1 for 2 months. Thank you.
Nice. That's Gary. Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
So here's the thing, Gary. I cannot help but do this. Like, the name Gary has always kind of been ruined for me because of Team America. I'm sure you probably get this all the time, but the scene where she goes into the bar and she shoots everybody, and then she's like, "Gary," and then like goes every time I hear the name, that's the scene that plays in my head. And like, I don't know, you probably get that all the time, but that, like, for whatever reason, every time I meet somebody with the name Gary or hear the name, that is exact scene goes in my head.
Shout out to Clint too, who just subbed on Twitch. So thank you, totally appreciate it. I did submit for new emotes yesterday, I guess, but they haven't processed through yet. So maybe next week we will have new emotes available. So
he gets more. He says Gary says he gets Lil No, gets more SpongeBob references. Well, I'm glad that I'm not the SpongeBob one and getting a much more obscure reference for you.
Sure.
But you know what? It has. You know what? It's been a week though.
So, Jeremy, you went on a trip. So I want to hear about the trip and the casino because I need to hear about that because it's always fun going to the casino with Jeremy.
Right. Wait, did you go to Las Vegas?
No.
That's what I asked.
I know I had to steal it, Nate. It was
no, that's cool. That's cool.
Where did you go?
No, so well, first let me give some pretext. So Scott's been to the casino with me a couple times, and like I said, Scott knows going to the casino with me is a very entertaining journey.
So here's what it is I lose every goddamn time, and I look over and he's up, tripled his money in the time it took me to lose all of mine. Like, this motherfucker is the luckiest gambler in the world. So I just gave up. The last time we went to the casino together, I gave up and made him sit in the slot machines that have the two-person slots.
That has the bench.
And I just sat and was like, go, honey, get that thing. So I would get the free drinks at least, pretending to be his boo.
I will say, Jeremy, anytime you've told me that you've gone to a casino, usually it's profitable. Like, you must have some kind of game plan when you go in there because you always make money.
No, he just is good with. Jeremy's got the good luck.
Yeah, honestly, like I said, it's not like any like secret system or anything, all right? Like, it's like literally, if I double my money, I pocket. I pocket the profit, put my original thing back in, and then and just play with that. So I'll just keep on doing that over and over and over again, and then like I said, hopefully by the end of the night, like I said, I'm up, and then like I said, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. Like I said, but majority of the time it is, and this trip was no exception. I said this trip. I said treated me very well.
Wait,
and then
did you go to Las Vegas?
I was getting to that.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Let him tell his goddamn story.
I did not go to the Vegas. I had plans to go to the Vegas, but like I said, between them being open and then being closed, and then the COVID open again, and then being closed again, it was like a crapshoot, right? And then so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna pause that for now. But you know where I did go? You know,
where?
When you think of casinos, you got to think of something crazy, right? How about the good old state of Oklahoma?
Oklahoma, where the wind blows.
That's the first thing I think of when I think of casinos.
Yeah, casinos, Oklahoma. I mean, yeah.
Why not?
100%.
So for those of you who are not familiar from the area or in the Texas area who know that there are no casinos at all.
Jeremy,
in Texas.
Did you say Texas?
Texas.
Yeehaw!
Scott was dying.
I was dying for that.
If you are in the mood for a casino, short 3.5 hour drive north, just on the other side of Dallas, there's a little town called Thackerville, Oklahoma.
All right,
that's just a wonderful name. Wonderful name of Thackerville.
Yeah, it is literally.
It's almost like Pflugerville.
Yeah.
It's literally directly over the border, but directly over the border houses the world's largest casino.
What? That's pretty cool.
Thackerville, Oklahoma. So from front to back. So if you were to walk basically the entire casino from front to back, it's a mile long.
Wow.
Wow.
That is massive.
It's a massive casino.
Yeah.
Like I said, so definitely check out some pictures of it.
So Jeremy, is it the WinStar World
Resort? Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah, so basically, I said from the outside, like I said, that there's different lands. So there's like a Beijing land, there's a New York, there's a London, there's like I said, and it's all like done up on the facades outside. But then inside the casino, there's actually like I said, different neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And
so I'm pulling it up on Wikipedia just to see if I can tell how big it is. It is 370,000 square feet.
Jesus, that is huge. Yeah, you weren't kidding. That is really big.
Yeah, it's a massive casino. So definitely, I said have Thackerville. Is that how? No, it's Thackerville. Thackerville. Thackerville.
Yeah.
Yep. No, so it's been a few days. I said off doing that. Took out the new truck. So I don't know if, like I said, Nate, I don't know if you knew that.
I don't think you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought a new F-150.
Yeah, you actually said that last week.
You got a question here, Jeremy. What do you play? Can I answer this? Because I can. Jeremy plays the slots.
Well, it's a mix, right?
Yeah.
So it's slots, it's blackjack, it's roulette. Like I said, which is weird, right? So, like I said, the whole experience was interesting. So Like so, right now, in Oklahoma, the rule is so they can have up to 50% capacity at basically establishments. And so when you're going into casinos, you get your temperature checked, and then they have like a little. I just remember the old like hand clickers of basically of counters that they have. Yeah. Man, like I said, technology has changed. Now they just have like a phone app that does the same thing, but then it live updates basically this giant screen as you're walking in, so you can actually tell how old the casino is. I'm like, man, technology is awesome. But it was weird, right? Like it was, even though like I said it was at 50% capacity, it was like, and everyone had to wear masks. Like I said the entire time. Like I said, which actually wasn't actually too much of a bother, like I said, in the casino in the first place.
It filters out that cigarette smoke in here.
That's just like, that's just an ode to casino, right? Like I said, you can't have that true casino.
You can't be at a casino and not smell like a cigarette.
Exactly.
Like ashtray was dumped on you.
But like I said, it was weird, right? So the week before I went to the movies, that was normal. Did this? It was some normal. The people there, they could not give two shits about COVID. like there was like, you would think that like, so that people would be more hypersensitive about it. There were so many old people there, like so like it was ridiculous. Like I said, it was like nothing ever happened.
But dude, those old people, they have nothing to live for other than that casino. Like they're not gonna that's their life, dude.
I mean, if they get COVID at the casino, at least they died doing what they love.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
they're going to the casino because they want to die.
So, man, is there any good steak places in the city? Yes. So I actually ate at one. Did a nice dinner one night at this place called Kirby's Prime. It's probably the most delicious steak I've had in a while. Like I said, like in a long time. So it was super good. Service was amazing. Like I said, if anything, right? Like I said, dining in, like I said, at different places, it just, you get to spread out more, just because I said they had to have the tables socially distanced, and so like I said, it was an adventure. So walked away with some money. I said, took that money, and then immediately did something stupid with it, and started buying performance parts from my car. So I bought a nice little cold air intake kit for my Mustang. So that's going to be my activity tomorrow, is installing a cold air intake on my Mustang.
So
at least you're doing something good with the profit. Jeremy, right? Scott, did you have it's been a week story?
So I'm just want to I need to do a calculator here because I want to see something here. So give me a second.
He's a calculatron over there.
Calculatron. So the WinStar World Casino is almost the same size as 3 Mandalay Bays. So if you take 3 Vegas casinos and plop them together, that is the size of this casino.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Massive.
I have no interest in going to Oklahoma, but I just looked at the pictures of this place. It looks pretty cool.
I kind of want to go to this place.
Might have to check it out at some point.
If you guys want to go, like I said, just let me know. I get some free rooms there. So
nice. Ooh, Jeremy's a big shot. Yeah.
No. Again, the other thing that I will tell you about Jeremy and gambling is never underestimate Jeremy's ability to get a free hotel room. He showed me how to do it. I've gotten a couple free ones in Vegas, and I don't even gamble that much. But he showed me the exact way to do it to get I didn't get a free room. I got a room for 3 nights for $5.
Yeah. So like I said, that's like the big misnomer, right? Like so everyone thinks you have to be like this huge high roller to get like free shit.
I gambled like $20.
That's the furthest from the truth as possible. Like I said, you just have to know basically. I said how to play the system and basically how to look at rewards and how to look at things. So making sure that you have those players cards and different things like that. You don't have to gamble a whole bunch to get free stuff. Like I said, everyone thinks, oh yeah, you must be some huge gambler. You get all this free shit. I'm like, no, it's not that at all. It's literally you sign up for the basic services. You just make sure to use it a couple times, and then so they make their money. I said, if you're at their establishment, so they want to give you free shit.
Yeah.
So
they want to get you to their place and get you to stay. You're more likely to gamble in the hotel that you are in, right?
Exactly.
So they want you into their hotel. And most of the time, all the connecting hotels are owned by the same people. So they're like, keep them in that one or the ones nearby so that we will make our money back.
Isn't like half of Vegas MGM now anyhow? So yeah. Right.
No,
they just want you on MGM property.
Exactly. Manny, definitely. I will send me some DMs on the old Twitter, and we will talk.
Slide right into Jeremy's DMs.
Yeah.
Slide in those DMs.
Slide in them DMs. Whap, whap, whap. All right. Okay, we got to move on. I had to bring it up at some point. Like,
I don't know. If anything, though, it was just nice to have that sense of normalcy.
Yeah, for a couple days at least, right? That was good to get away.
Yeah. No, the only story I have for my It's Been a Week is while Jeremy was on his adventure, a package came in for him. So it was prime pickings for me to mess with his security cameras, pretending to be a thief, grabbing his photo, doing the Sasquatch walk with a thumbs up to his cameras as I'm walking away. Yeah, like that's basically all I did.
Hey, that was an important package.
It was an important package. It was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 that Jeremy had picked up. I've been playing it for a week. I suggest anybody who played the originals to go get it. As I've told you, I have the original Tony Hawk 2.
Nice.
Within reaching distance.
Yes. For PlayStation 2?
PlayStation. Yeah, for the original PlayStation 1.
So,
nice.
Is it like a total reskin, or is it like, did they reinvent part of the game?
So what they did is they basically moved it to a new engine, so it's on Unreal now. Reworked everything. Like, everything feels the exact same. The only difference is it runs at a decently close to 60 frames per second. Like, so it has a really good frame rate, which means you have to be much tighter on finishing your tricks, right? Because you had like the 20 something that this ran at, like, you could fudge it and it would still, like, it gave you a buffer, right? This one does not give you that same buffer. So you have to be pretty well tight, but it feels like the original. It takes all the good parts of like 2 and some of the stuff like the revert to manual and everything you could do in 3 and brings that into this. So you have modern Tony Hawk controls on the original games, but the maps are updated versions of the original maps. Nothing has changed. The location where all the little like pickups and everything has not changed in this game.
Cool.
So
wait to play it.
Sounds like you're not the only one who still has their PlayStation 1 copy. Ed has his original PS1 too. Very cool.
I'm still going through the boxes from moving to find my copy of 1 because I still have 1 somewhere too.
Yeah.
So now that Jeremy has it, can you guys play online together?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, Jeremy doesn't have it because I still have it right here. Because he just got back and I still have it. I have not dropped it off to him yet. So
once he does it,
there is a multiplayer thing. So you can turn on, like, we can play horse like you could in the originals with the split screen, or you can do free skate together. They still kept in the original, like, create a park where you can actually create your own skate park from the original one. The create a skater is pretty much the same. There's new skaters, new tricks. But outside of that, everything looks the same. If you were a fan of the originals, this feels 100% like the original game. Ed, if you have the new one on PS4, dude, you got to hit us up. Let us know your screen name because we will play together. Like, I am a huge fan of the Tony Hawk series, and this new one, they did it justice. I am happy with it. I've been playing the shit out of it. First game I 100%ed back in the day. I can tell you, like, that was the first game that I got. Every single secret, did everything that you could possibly do in the original Tony Hawk games, and I aim to 100% this one as well. This one will take a little bit longer because now these trophies are some harder ones to get, but I will do it. Mark my words.
Right,
I will have a platinum.
Speaking of video games, did anybody pick up the Avengers game?
No, I think you're the only one.
Dude, that game is pushing my PS4 to the limits. I have not heard my fan shrug.
You know what game did that for me was Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal did that to mine too.
It was like, you're like, oh Jesus, is there a fucking, like, do I have a vacuum on? Like, what's going on?
So true though.
Anyways, though, like I said, playing the demo versus playing the actual game, the demo did not do the game justice. It is a super fun game.
Well, you really like the demo.
I really like the demo,
whatever.
But like I said, remember when I was saying I didn't like playing as like Iron Man? I love playing the shit out of Iron Man now.
That's cool.
Just because, like I said, so you can actually like modify the suit to like actually do like different things. Like you can do like lasers and missiles. One of the supers is you can actually get into the Hulkbuster. Like,
nice.
It's pretty awesome. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I think the only thing I just don't like about it is because I have a PS4 Pro, right? It's making my PS4 Pro chug. Like I said, that fan is working overtime. Like, it's so loud trying to keep it cool to run that game. It's gorgeous looking.
It's maxing out.
But it's just maxing it out.
So I still have like a Gen 2 PS4. And so I'm worried about getting that one because I've heard that it's been pushing some PS4s to like the strength. I'm like, I don't think my PS4 can keep up with this. So that might be when I get the PS5, when that eventually comes out and we figure it out, get that so I can still play it.
I think they said that that's one of those games that if you buy it right now, then they'll give you like an upgrade to the PS5 version.
Well, it's from what I've told, it's not even an upgrade. It's just you can pop that disc in your PS5 and still play it.
Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah. Prime says he has it. Yep, right here. Nothing but bugs on multiplayer. Oh, that sucks. But sounds like it's fun. I mean, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima right now. I've been having a lot of fun with that.
See, another game. Platinum the shit out of that one.
Yeah.
One
of those games you can really sink your teeth into. Like, there's a lot of exploration. So it took me a while to kind of like get into it, but man, I've been really enjoying it lately. It's a great game.
That one, that I will say, my one complaint with the game is I tend to like to have a nice drink when I'm playing a game.
Yeah,
and that is one that you cannot be impaired for if you want to win any duels.
That's true. You really have to be on your A game because a lot of those duels where you're doing like showdowns are like very quick events.
Yeah, and that you need to have pinpoint precision. And after a couple of drinkies, pinpoint precision I do not have. I lost quite a few of them.
Yeah, that's true. If I start to get tired, I have to turn it off just because I know I'm going to start feeling battles.
Yeah. So you got to realize you got to take the hit because you only lose a little bit of health. But if you do it too early, you lose all of your health, right? Like, so you just be like, if I was drinking, I'm like, I'm just going to start the standoff and I'll just take the hit and kill everybody.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I definitely. I'm picking up Avengers though. After that, I've heard good things. Yeah. People seem to be really liking it, and I think once they start working out those bugs of multiplayer, because how fun would that be?
And I'm with Prime to the first. Some of the character models need to be worked a little bit better.
They do look a little janky, I gotta say.
There's still some janky character models, but that can be tweaked.
Thor looks like kind of like a homeless version of Thor.
Well, so kind of like remember Spider-Man on PS4? How you had like 20 something different suits and 20 different. Same thing here. Like, you can reskin all these characters.
So you can reskin how they look too.
Yeah, you can reskin how they look. There's like 20. There's like for each character. Like, so there's like 20 something different like skins you can unlock.
Nice.
For them. Like, so for right now, like I went from like the Mark 1 Iron Man suit to like a full on like Iron Man suit. With Hulk, I have the classic like the shirt rip with the purple pants, like compared to like the Hulk that you start out with.
Do they have a TV show?
Like Lou Ferrigno Hulk?
Lou Ferrigno Hulk. Tell me they have.
That would be awesome.
Where his name is David Banner, not Bruce Banner, because they were like. Does anybody know why they did that? Actually, why is it David Banner in the show?
Somebody was smoking that day and forgot.
Yeah.
Like, oops! Oh shit! It's Bruce.
Oops! It's Bruce, not David Banner.
Oh, too late.
Yeah.
So if you don't like the models, so they said they look way different than this. They look a little bit more polished than they did in the demo.
Cool.
But then also like I said, you can reskin their outfits and reskin the characters.
That alone sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to. There's a 4-player co-op, like meaning like I said, we can all team up and go. We can all go kick ass at the Avengers.
Really cool, actually.
That would be cool. That alone right there, like I said, that's why I want everyone to get it, so we can all basically pick our own Avenger and just go kick ass.
I'll be picking it up.
Yeah. So there you go, Ed. I knew you. I knew someone would jump in. Ed got it. He didn't like the iteration, right, or the alliteration of Bruce Banner. So I guess he changed it.
Huh. Prime, are you on PS4? I'm wondering if he has it too on PS4 because we can get 4 of us.
Yeah.
Sorry, I switched back to the.
Yeah, but So I'd have to look up the history. Did they just throw in the David thing as like a It's Okay TV show will make his middle name David, like in the comics, or was that before? Like I'll have to see when the full name of Bruce Banner was established. Because I want to see.
I don't know.
Because I am aware that Bruce Banner's middle name is David, but I've always been convinced that they did it because the TV show called him David Banner.
But like, isn't the alliteration in comic book hero first names a thing? Like Bruce Banner, Peter Parker, like it's a thing.
That's a Stanley thing.
Yeah, like you would never do that now. Yeah, like how did that fly in the 70s?
Because that was Stanley thing, so you remember his characters, dude. It was Peter Parker, Bruce Banner. Like,
yeah.
Well,
I didn't really have much of it. It's been a week. But
did you buy anything?
What toy did you buy, Nate?
I did actually, by the help of my friend Prime here. So a new Mezco dropped this week.
Mezco.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait.
A new Mezco. If you're playing podcastbingo.com/STS guys, then now you just got a square.
Bingo.
And you think
so Mezco,
the Ghost Man,
the Doc Nocturnal.
That's really cool.
It's one of their original Rumble Society figures, and shout out to D Amazing. He did all these promo pics, but he did an amazing job. Like really sold the figure because you hear about the new Rumble Society, and these are Mezco's original characters. You don't know anything about these characters, so you're like hoping that it has a cool backstory or something. There's been Gomez, Baron Benz. So they've been doing a really good job, but they just offered this new one, and it was nothing but problems when it went up for pre-order. Just all kinds of issues. Like I was having.
So, looking at these photos, is anybody else getting the Phantom vibes from this character?
No, it honestly.
Right? I mean, he's one skull ring away from being the Phantom, dude.
This watch is really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, he uses it to freeze time and stuff. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, cool.
Like, Mezco does these things where they do like these stop motion videos, and it's like a way to show off the figure and kind of a backstory.
They're unboxing videos, right?
Well, it's that, but they're also like making little short films now.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's like stop motion animation, kind of like Robot Chicken a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Like they show off the figure really well. But like, man, I was actually, at the time working, and normally I'll try to like hop on and just grab it and then, go back to my day. But I was having so many freaking issues getting this. Look at this photo is awesome. But I couldn't get to the checkout. Every time I got to the checkout, it said that there's a 504 error. I mean, it was just nothing but issues. And I finally just gave up. I'm like, hopefully it's up later because I just don't have time to do this right now. And so I didn't get it. It sold out a lot quicker than I was expecting. I randomly just started DMing Prime. I'm like, damn it, did you get it? And he's like, yeah, I got it. He's like, did you? I said, no. And I was pissed. And he's like, well, I got a second one, so I got you covered. I'm like, nice. Oh, shit. So
surprise.
Yeah. Big thing.
And, okay, so Odin Pops, bringing up Golden Age comic character, the Terror, 100%, yeah, with the skull and, like, the cape thing. Yeah, no, dude, yeah.
Like, it almost looks like a mix between, like I said, DC's The Demon and Marvel's Moon Knight.
And dude, Moon Knight. So the Demon Moon Knight, and then throw a little bit of the Shadow in there. The Shadow nose, and like I said, I'm still getting some vibes of the Phantom though, using the guns and like the suit and everything. Like, this to me seems like a character that this is a guy that operates in the 1940s, right? Like he's 40s and 50s, like, or even like the 20s. He's like old timey. The gas mask thing I like.
Whoa.
He comes with some.
Does his head glow in the dark, or is it just green?
He comes with a glow in the dark head.
That's awesome.
It's really cool. I mean, the accessories are amazing. That's one of the big draws. Like all these different guns. The glow in the dark head.
The flamethrower one is badass.
The flamethrower with the gas mask and the green like effect. I mean, it's the goggles are freaking awesome.
That green effect looks familiar.
Yeah, it's from the Iron Man.
It's from the Iron
Man. This is like a grapnel gun, so you can.
Hey, that grapple gun looks like the. Did any of you guys watch? What the hell was that show called?
High Score on Netflix.
High Score on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that documentary was actually pretty badass.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that sometime.
Yeah.
Because that's what the grapple gun looks like.
It does.
It
From that violent video game.
Yeah.
Ed's talking about Nosferatu. Oh yeah. So he did some really creative photos where he like put him up against Nosferatu, against King Kong. You know, like it shows kind of like it's one of those figures that you can use really in any universe.
I like that one right below where your mouse is, Nate. That was with his skull without the hood up. That you can take that hood back too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, because it's cloth. Yeah.
Yeah. So go back.
Which one?
Keep going over the Nosferatu. The next to the right. No, you're going too far.
Oh god.
Don't move it. Nosferatu punch in the face. Next photo to the right.
This
there.
one.
That one right there. Yeah. The fact that you can take the
It's really cool.
Yeah. No, Nate brings up a really good point. Like if Mezco just showed that one picture with all the accessories and stuff, like I people might not get excited about it, but D Amazing took some awesome shots of this figure, like super creative, super different too, right? Different poses. I like the one where he's kneeling down with the gun. Like it's some really cool stuff that gets you excited about the figure. That way you buy it, even though it's it's an original thing. It's not Iron Man, right? Where everybody knows who Iron Man is.
It opens your mind to the possibilities of like, oh crap, I didn't even think about doing stuff like that. Now I kind of want it. Yeah, exactly.
Having a person like D Amazing too that knows action figure photography to go through and pose these in different like action poses gets your like other people's brains thinking like I could put this character with this and put them in this type of scene.
Nate, go to the shirt real quick.
Okay.
Well, there's a shirt in this bundle.
It comes with a shirt, a pack of like wax trading cards. It's pretty awesome. Cool. It's one of those.
I know people are complaining that Mez keeps doing these bundles, but it is pretty cool stuff.
These are okay with me. Like if I'm getting a comic and like these wax trading cards, and this is a 48-page comic. It's not like a little like 3-page, 5-page little thing. Like it's gonna have a lot of stuff in there.
So I don't know. You can't see it real good on the screen, but the henchmen, they look like the guys from the little shrimp guys from District 9.
They do.
Yeah. And the shirt is freaking awesome. I mean, it looks really cool. So you get the shirt.
So are those supposed to be like Gomez? Like what are those?
Those are different enemies we haven't seen yet. Like maybe there'll be figures down the line.
Yeah, right. Coming soon to a Mezco exclusive release.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, exactly. Probably. I mean, I hope so. These are the wax cards.
That's
so these
cool.
are really cool. So yeah, you get some awesome stuff. So that's my It's Been a Week. It's a new Mezco figure.
Nice. All right, Larry, did you do anything this week?
I didn't do anything, but I bought some stuff. My the IKEA bookshelves I ordered arrived, so that's cool. I had time to put together one of them.
Is that a Billy?
It is a Billy.
Yeah.
I got 3 Billies. One is put together. I don't like how I arranged the shelf, so it's a work in progress. I literally just got done throwing everything back on it right before we went live. So I will be spending tomorrow putting together the last 2 bookshelves and getting things set up better. So hopefully by next Saturday it'll be all right. But I got them to put up my pops, and I got 2 new pops this week. I haven't I haven't pre-ordered much at all lately, and I don't think there's been a week where I've gotten 2 pops in a while. But I got this super awesome Hot Topic exclusive Danger Days Gerard Way Funko Pop to go over my other Gerard Way Funko Pops.
Nice. And is that from Hot Topic?
Yeah, that was a Hot Topic exclusive. And then this GameStop exclusive, Gamer Bart, which it came Mike from Talking Pops sent me a message when he saw it went live, which was cool. So thanks, Mike. And so I just kind of impromptu bought it, and then I regretted it a little bit because I'm like, this is dumb. It's not even based off a real thing, right? Like Bart never sat there with a wireless controller and a headset. I'm like, this is stupid. But now that I got it in person, it's a really cool pop, so I'm glad I got it.
Well, plus, you're a huge Simpsons fan.
Well, yes. You got to try to get as Simpsons complete as you can, right?
Right.
Yeah, for the most part. I've skipped some of the Halloween ones, though.
Yeah, I think that's okay, but it's like a specific holiday thing. It's like not really part of the full collection.
Yeah. This one is cool, though, so I'm glad I got it. But yeah, 2 pops this week. That's a lot for me.
Nice.
All right, well, think of the things that were a lot for people. We got to move on.
Yeah, we do.
We got to talk about Bill and Ted's.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yeah, Face the Music. I'm so excited to be able to talk about this because this is a long time coming, right? Like
25 years.
Yeah.
Making.
Yeah.
So
God, it makes me feel old.
Yeah, right. I wasn't old until I realized that it's been that long between the last Bill and Ted.
The other old moment, September 11th, 2001, was 19 years ago.
Yeah, that's another
that one this week made me feel really old too.
Realize how old that
all of us were either graduated or in high school when that happened. That was my senior year.
Yeah, I had just graduated.
Like I was like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right. But like half of our lives, have been since then. It's
okay. So Gary's saying he's gonna jump off to avoid spoilers. I don't know how much we're gonna spoil. Like,
we're gonna spoil it.
We're gonna spoil it.
All right. So do you want me to put the banner up?
Yes, please.
Put the banner up.
Put the banner up.
Let's put the banner up. All right, there we go. That way, just
try not to, but we are going to talk about plot points.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Total spoiler alert. So, this came out 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks.
In theaters and on demand, which is cool. I was super stoked for it. I was looking forward to it. I wanted a new movie to see from a well-known franchise. What did you guys think?
Go
ahead, Nate.
Okay, so
we all were like,
I'm putting Nate on the spot because I know what the three of us already think about it. So what do you think, Nate?
We were just talking about how long ago, it was. It's been 25 years in the making. That's one thing I felt a lot when I was watching this. I feel like old. I feel like Bill and Ted look a lot older. They're not acting the same, but it still has kind of like that feel. Like I feel like they tried to stick as true to the formula as they could. But it's definitely weird to see Keanu Reeves in that role again because it's weird. Yeah. It's like that's old school Keanu. That's how he used to be, in a lot of his movies.
Like Point Break,
Point Break, Bill and Ted. I mean, he did a lot of roles where he's like that guy. But now I feel like he's such a different actor that trying to force himself to go back into that role, it just doesn't work as well for him. Where I felt like Ted was very much like he used to be. He was more like classic Ted.
You missed
overall, I mean, it's a fun movie.
Flip those around, son. That's Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. I'm getting the names mixed up.
Yeah. So
I mean, it was good. It wasn't anything like amazing, but it was an enjoyable movie. It just had some weirdness to it. I don't know if I really liked the story too much. It was a little weird.
So here's my question for you guys. When did Keanu Reeves stop opening his mouth to talk? Because he talks everything good.
I think
like what? How did like it would have been much better for me if like he actually. It seemed like he didn't really care. Like I feel like he didn't care about the role.
I think he didn't know how to play
himself.
He didn't know how to do it anymore. Yeah.
He's not that guy anymore. So I feel like he's trying to force himself into that again when he's been playing John Wick for the last almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
It's like he's not
just a different person.
Yeah, but I feel like Bill, the guy that plays Bill, I can't remember his name.
Alex Winter.
What obviously hasn't done?
That's the thing. He hasn't done a lot. So for him, it's like, that's my last role.
Yeah, he's been waiting 25 years for this opportunity.
Because he needs some money. He's like, man, come on, Keanu Reeves.
I think if you're a mega fan, you probably love this movie. Because it's very true to the original formula. If you're not a huge fan of it, you probably didn't enjoy it as much.
Can I?
I just
talk about this.
Let's open up the conversation. What do you guys think?
This movie was complete dog shit. It was horrible.
Oh man, coming out swinging!
And honestly, like I said, I may have done it to myself too, and I'm curious to kind of know what you guys thought.
You hyped it too much, didn't you?
Because, like I said, I wanted something. I wanted to watch something new so bad, and so I think I overhyped it in my mind, and then I watched it. I'm like, wow, that was painful to watch. It was so bad.
It was pretty rough. It
was a struggle. I stopped it a couple times. I had to power through it. Like
I almost fell asleep at the last part. Yeah, and then we haven't really mentioned it, but the daughters just annoy me. They were
awful.
Yeah,
especially
that was a person trying to play a version of the other people. Like they I get what they were doing. They were playing their parents, right?
That's what she was.
But they did not do it well.
Especially Bill's daughter, right? She was trying to be way too much like Keanu, and it just didn't work.
Yeah. And I feel like
Ted's daughter.
Ted.
I don't know, Ted. Did I say Bill?
Yeah, he said
Bill S. Preston, played by Alex Winter.
Bill S. Preston, Esquire,
played by Alex Winter. Ted Theodore Logan, plays by Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Whatever.
How are me and Jeremy the only ones who can get this right? We talk about movies for a fucking living, guys. Come on.
I think you also had a totally rad podcast.
We did.
We did.
I'm gonna make you watch the second one.
Well, besides like the acting just being kind of off,
yeah.
I said, and I knew this going into it, and I'm like, God, I hope they don't ruin this movie and pull off the stops again, and then just make it like, and they flip it around just because of the way society is now. Like everything has to be basically upside down and changed, just to address society, and they did it. I'm like, no. I'm like, Bill and Ted were supposed to write the song to save the universe. Damn you.
But
at least they didn't do it that it was their kids that wrote the song. They're the producers, at least in this. Like, I give them the pass that the kids are the ones that are like, they're the producers, and Bill and Ted actually still played the guitar to play the music to do it. They stayed true to that, at least, right? Like, but if they did still fuck it up.
But if the kids didn't do that, they couldn't make another sequel.
Yeah, because
if they wanted to.
You're not getting Keanu Reeves back to do a fourth one.
Well,
but you can get those girls back.
If you're Keanu, I mean, I gotta say, it feels like maybe you're moving into a movie that's sort of maybe a step down for you a little bit. You see the script, it's not going to be that great.
Yeah, he's carrying movies by himself.
Yeah.
Lately, and then he has to come down into this. I get that it's like where he got his big kind of break, but still, like,
I'm really interested now though, just because we've seen Keanu, like I said, carry movies, right? Like I said, like with John Wick, because like Keanu Reeves is John Wick. Like I said, there's him being John Wick, like it's John Wick.
Yep.
Larry, well, first and foremost, Larry, have you seen the John Wick movies?
No. I saw the first one. Yeah,
you need to watch all of them. You need to go watch all the John Wick movies.
After we talked about whatever the newest one was, me and my wife watched the first one. So yeah.
So I'm curious to see how Keanu is going to do in the new Matrix movie. Just because that's coming out. I'm wondering how he's going to be in that. Just because even Neo was like a specific character.
How is he in it? He fucking died. He died at the end of the last one.
It was also in the Matrix too, so maybe that was just
he died.
I know, but it's the Matrix.
They're bringing back all the characters that died.
Well, maybe it's just after the second or after the first movie.
They're just going with they're going with the whole Jesus thing where he's gonna resurrect again, right? They put him in a cave and he's coming out after 7 days. So he's gonna resurrect.
I feel like the Matrix was probably the starting point of that new Keanu Reeves I was talking about. He moved out of being that weird, goofy guy into more serious roles, and I feel like
doing
the Matrix is probably what gave him the passion to go into John Wick, because he learned a lot of how to handle weapons and
the fighting.
He learned a lot of that making the Matrix, which I think kind of fueled his love for John Wick. So I feel like the Matrix is probably going to be a more natural fit for him. As long as it's a movie and it's not like shitty script or something.
He says again, I know Kung Fu.
I have no interest in seeing the Matrix, especially after Bill and Ted.
The Matrix was done. Like, I can tell you out of everything, the Matrix was done.
And the second and third one weren't even that good.
No.
The first one was.
The second one was passable. The third one was just awful.
The third one
it was really bad.
It was shit. If you want to talk about a dog shit movie, the Matrix sequels. So going back to Bill and Ted's.
Yes, please. What was up with the robots?
The robot thing drove me insane. Like, I didn't like that. They tried to do the death, like they already had death thing, so that was their attempt to redo the whole death thing, right? Like from the second one, and the evil Bill and Ted robots. It drove me nuts, and the fact that I'm sorry, you cannot do Bill and Ted without George Carlin. I know you tried to bring that back, but the fact that you're we don't have George Carlin, so it's his daughter.
She was really bad too. I did not like that character.
Yeah,
it added nothing.
No,
it's a shame. And then I didn't like the whole plot thing about the wives. Like they were trying to cram too many like different storylines into this movie, and they just didn't spend enough time on any of them. Even the daughters going back in time to get the musical people like Jimi Hendrix and like Louis Armstrong and stuff. Like they didn't spend enough time on that to establish anything there. It was just like, all right, they're going to go back and get them. Okay, they got them. And they bring them back to the future to make the song. Like there was like the fun part of the first one is with like when they're running out of the mall and doing goofy stuff, like right, the out of in a different time than they're supposed to be in. That's part's funny. They didn't do any of that this time.
No, they were just talking to themselves, and then they would leave.
And at a certain point, wouldn't you go through and be like, hey, like Beethoven, right, was in the first one. My dad's already know him. Why did you have to go get Mozart? Why didn't you go get Beethoven? Right?
Yeah, that would have been funny.
Like,
bring him back.
Gotten the same guy, and he'd be like, "Hey, my dad's need your help." He's like, "Oh, okay," and like goes back out. Like,
yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, if they got the same characters, like I said, I think I would have enjoyed it better.
Right? If they went back and got Napoleon, you know,
even like Abe Lincoln.
Even
like Abe Lincoln. You could get somebody who looks like Abe Lincoln if that actor's not available or old.
That would make much more
sense.
All
the actors are too old.
Yeah, and that's probably the problem. But they could have found somebody. Like,
what a cool way to tie it into the original, though. You know, that would make a lot more sense. I feel like I would enjoy it more too. Like getting the same. Oh, you might help.
Here's the thing, though. I do have to give them props that they kept Missy is the same actress that they got her to come back to play Missy.
Yeah,
for this one.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Right,
Bill's mom.
Bill, stepmom's hot.
And the dad.
Remember when I asked your mom to the prom?
Well, hold on. Missy marries somebody's brother, right? Like that whole thing was weird too. That was a weird way to start off the movie.
You're starting the movie like that? It's just like
it was weird.
Missy's a gold digger. Like that's all that she is. But yeah. She's with the is it Ted's younger brother in that one?
I think it's Ted's younger brother.
Stepson. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ted's younger brother because it's Ted's dad.
Yeah. No, it was Bill's dad.
It was Bill's dad.
Either way, it was incest.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Stepmom. It's everyone's stepmom porn fantasy brought into the life.
Bill was his own uncle or grandpa or something.
Yeah.
It was
weird.
Ted's
dad is his own. It turns out to be his own uncle. And that was his own grandpa or something like that. It's I'm my own grandpa.
Yeah.
And then like the way that they did the different Bill and Ted's, you know, it just it was just it was so corny, you know. It just there's not a whole lot.
I didn't like that either.
Yeah, and like the evil Teds, and like that is not the way to open up that there's a multiverse, right? Like that they're only in one path along a multiverse of paths. Like that's not the point to put it. Like, okay, do you guys want to know my biggest complaint though? Actually,
yes, please.
Kid Cudi.
Anyway.
Not for the fact that he's in the movie, like that's fine. But his little station thing at the end, I'm like, just bring station in.
It was
why
weird.
did you have to be do the station thing to call back to station? Bring station in. Like that thing drove me nuts. It's like, where was station? And then you bring him up and it's some rapper. No. I want station.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was bad. Can we rate this piece of crap movie?
Yeah, let's.
Oh yes, please.
We're getting at the point of the hour. We're just gonna tear this movie down more and more.
What do you got, Scott?
Okay, I don't think it is gonna be. It is as bad as Jeremy does. It was entertaining at least, and I found that this movie was at least something that I was like, I'm glad that they finished off Bill and Ted's, right? Like,
sure,
it was a good finish. It locked it off. At least in my hope, it does not have sequels. They can end it. Bill and Ted's is done. It's over with. I'm giving it a 2.5.
It's pretty good.
Me and Manny are the same. Out of 5,
2.5. Well, Manny does bring up one point that was one scene that was okay with Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like that was kind of funny. So thank you, Manny, for finding one good scene in a horrible movie. On 1 to 5, I'm gonna give this a nice 1 because it was really, really, really bad.
Yeah,
really bad. 1.
Jeremy, I'm guessing you're giving it a 0.5.
No, I'm giving it a 1. This, like I said, it just like I said, and the only reason I'm even still giving it a 1 is because I said I think I did it to myself. So I'm giving it basically a +1 for me ruining the movie myself. But it was bad. Like it just, I said I didn't really laugh at anything. I didn't really see I said it's just everything just felt so forced.
For a series about time travel, they really didn't focus that much on like the good fun parts of time travel.
Yeah, like it just like no. Honestly, like and I didn't even think about it until we just started talking about it. I'm like this movie would have been 100 times better if they just went out and got like I said, they went back and got Socrates and they went back
right, like
Abraham Lincoln, like oh, Bill and Ted need our help. Like I said, they're righteous dudes. And
go get Billy the Kid, like bring all those people back, and they need that original crew back. And collect your crew from 1 and 2 back. Don't go bring in
like, and then plus they said no cameo from the evil Bill and Ted robots. No cameo from the alien from the second one. I'm like, come on,
Station, dude. Station. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, don't bring. Like I said, and it would be fine if you would be like Kid Cudi, the rapper, also knows astrophysics, right? Like. That's cool, but the fact that he said "station" at the end, I was like, "Fuck you, movie!" Like, give your number.
So I didn't have the hype that Jeremy did when I went into this. It wasn't one of those movies I was really super excited about. I thought it was cool that it was coming out, but I wasn't a huge fan of the originals.
Well, you only watched it today because we made you.
I watched it last night. I did last night, but it's probably one of those movies. To your point, I would not have watched unless I saw it like hit HBO, because I'm subscribed to HBO, so I would have waited to watch this for sure. But as I was watching it, it wasn't that enjoyable. I'm going to give it a 2, just for the nostalgia factor. Sure. But I feel like the story could have been so much better. Somebody mentioned earlier, Prison Bill and Ted was probably the best part of the movie. I just thought that was the
buff
iteration of
the
future selves. I'm like, okay, this is kind of funny. But other than that, just the time travel, I felt like was just so wasted.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So bad.
Yeah.
You know what isn't bad?
What's that?
Buying Funko Pops at shumistore.com.
Oh man, that's a segue for sure.
You know what? Good one.
You know what everybody's been excited about the past couple weeks too that we haven't talked about in a while? Cobra Kai. Now that Cobra Kai hit Netflix,
people excited about that.
No, they are, dude. Like seriously, Cobra Kai is blowing up again because we watched it on the YouTube thing, whatever it's called. Yeah. But now that it's available on Netflix, everybody's watching it now.
It's number 2 or 3, I think, on Netflix. I was literally just watching it.
Yeah, I started to rewatch it too, but. So a lot of places are sold out of the Cobra Kai Funko Pops, except shumistore.com. So you can actually get a bundle, like $20, you get both Pops, plus shipping. So like for $25, I think you can get both. And if you enter code STS Guys, you're going to save 10%.
Wait, for Manny.
Oh, yes.
Bingo!
Manny got bingo.
You mentioned the streaming service. I got it too.
Nice. So see, look at that. Yes.
Locking it in.
So yeah, Shumi Store, awesome. If you need a new t-shirt, I think you should go to animatedapparelcompany.com. That's right. Ooh. Animated Apparel Company has licensed t-shirts and hats, like things like Marvel, DC, like some really cool stuff. Go to Animated Apparel Company, enter code STS Guys. You're going to get free shipping and you're going to save 10%. Animated Apparel Company, it's the best.
It's the best.
That really brings it together.
It really does. As soon as you start doing your shill thing, I'm waiting to click that button. I'm like, yeah.
So good.
Please let that gun go.
And if you enjoy the STS Guys podcast, you should check out our friends who also have podcasts like Talkin' Pops, Pop Collectors Alliance, The Tyler G Show, The Toy Photocast, Four Dorksmen, Geek Together, Secondary Heroes, The Average Nerd, Movie Retakes, The Toy Rewind Podcast, 3 Beers, and a Mic. And I think Scott and I are going to do a new Totally Rad Movie podcast next week.
So everyone wanted us to talk The Jerk, but we're having a hard time finding it. So we might at least do Airplane, though, as a secondary
It's still Steve Martin.
That has no Steve Martin.
Oh, it doesn't.
It does not. But it is at least within the same era that
I haven't seen it clearly.
So we might do Airplane instead. I
did see that the season premiere of The Goldbergs that comes out later this month, it's actually an Airplane themed episode. So it's actually like kind of timely that we watch Airplane because the Goldbergs are doing it later too.
Yeah. Larry, did you get that confused with Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah, I think so. They both have like white hair, right?
Yeah. I was going to say, because I'm thinking like I think he is. No, it's Leslie Nielsen.
They're the same person. I've never seen them in the same room at the same time, so they're probably the same person.
They're definitely not the same person.
Airplane is a solid choice. It's a very good movie. There's so many classic one-liners from Airplane.
Yeah. It is a movie of one-liners and sight gags.
Yes.
And we just had a Sasquatch walking behind Larry. So Larry, keep doing your thing.
We haven't done this one in a while. If you should follow the STS Guys on Instagram at STS Guys. We're on Twitter at STS Guys, and we're also on Facebook at the STS Guys. And I am Larry from the STS Guys.
Chilling like a villain.
And I'm Leisure Game Plays.
Shout out to that guy.
Sasquatch.
Is it Ezragan?
What?
What did you say? Ezragan?
He said, shout out to Laser Game Plays.
Laser Game Plays.
Which is also available on Twitch if you want to watch Ian play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Which is always a good time. Oh, he's also on YouTube.
Sweet.
All right.
Wrap it up.
Jeremy, do your thing. Take it
out of here, Jeremy.
Motherfucker.
Thanks everybody for being here.
Larry, get ready to raid Asian Tony Stark.
I got it.
All right. So for episode 148 of the STS Guys, I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Guys, I've been Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And we're the STS Guys. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, STS Guys. You guys are a bunch of muddy-ruddy clods!
I had to do that one. Sorry, guys. Bye, motherfuckers.